Welcome everyone to Universe Media. We just got done watching episode 3 of the What If series, and in this episode,
everybody dies.
Everybody dies. The end. That's pretty much the main theme. It was all about what if Earth lost its mightiest heroes.
Except for it didn't lose Captain Marvel and Captain America.
So they're not the mightiest, apparently. So yes, the show starts off with, or the episode starts off with, where they were in Iron Man 2. Nick Fury's trying to get Iron Man on the team, and they stick what would be the serum to prolong Iron Man's life just a little bit more. Not the cure, but Iron Man dies. He dies right there on the spot. He's like, oh yeah, this is going to help you, and then he dies.
And they're like,
what the crap? We just lost one of the guys. I mean, think about it. If it would have just been Iron Man dying, it would have been no I am Iron Man snap in Endgame.
No genius plan.
No genius plans, and we wouldn't have Ultron, so that's a plus, I guess. But overall, Iron Man dies, and they move on to Thor, trying to get his hammer back, and Clint's got his arrow up. He's like, alright, you can do a shoot. No. And he shoots anyway.
Well, he didn't shoot it, but
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So Thor is dead. I really didn't think...
He didn't even get to say anything, actually.
He just waved his hair around a little bit and dies.
And everybody was like, oh, that's gorgeous hair.
And then Clint is taken in for questioning. He thinks he didn't do it. He didn't shoot. So while Clint's in the cell, they find him dead. He dies. Somehow he just dies. No cyanide, no nothing. He's just dead. So Black Widow, she was arrested earlier because
they think she killed Iron Man.
Yeah, she killed Iron Man. And so she goes in for questioning. She beats but gets out of there. And then she goes to try to find someone that maybe could analyze the serum or the syringe. She
found Hulk and his assistant.
Yeah, she finds Hulk there along with the daughter of, what's his name? Ross Man, that's his name. Agent Ross, that's who it was. But anyways, they find Hulk there. Then Hulk, as he's fighting all the members of the military there, Hulk just combusts. Gets really big and blows up. And so now they've lost all the Avengers except for Black Widow, and of course you got Captain Marvel and Captain America. But
it's hard when you have to talk about
they're not
captains.
on Earth. Yeah, so many captains. My captain. But anyways, then you got Nick Fury, who is technically an Avenger. So then Loki, really pissed about his brother just getting shot with an arrow. Because Odin at this point sent Thor back to become worthy again. Well, it doesn't happen. He gets shot. So Loki's pissed. He wants to destroy Earth, and but Nick Fury's like, "Hey, it wasn't us. We're trying to figure out how he died too. We didn't want him to die." And
so they made a deal.
That, like, hey, I'll help you find this guy, and I'll bring him to you. But Loki's like, well, if you don't do it, I won't take over anyway. So, you killed the killer if you freeze Earth and everyone's dead. So, Black Widow goes into S.H.I.E.L.D. trying to find the database of maybe find some sort of lead on this.
And she did, but she had to fight the killer and killed her.
Yeah, so she finds out has something to do with Hope, which Hope is the Wasp in our timeline. In this timeline, She was a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. and she dies by the Winter Soldier, I'm assuming. So somehow she gets killed.
She died on a mission. That's what Nick Fury said. So.
Yeah, so she dies there, and that really pissed off Hank, who is now, it looks like a mixture of Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man, so he's Ant Jacket. Aunt Jackie.
Okay.
That's who he is in this world. So Nick Fury finds this out. He figures everything out. He goes to talk with Loki, and wow, so much going on. We kill all the heroes,
and we have to have Loki's help.
And we have to have Loki's help. So that's what when you know we have nobody left. Spider-Man's somewhere, but he's probably a little kid at this point. So let's see, to throw a little kid at the.
I'm glad Spider-Man ain't in it because I couldn't handle him dying.
He probably will at some point in the series.
Yeah.
Got 7 more episodes to go.
Well, I know ain't one where he turns into Doctor Strange.
I think so, but yeah, they go to Hope's grave, which is where they somehow knew that Hank would be there at that exact time. So I'm assuming that he's just following around Nick Fury and trying to, kill him at whatever point because he's the next guy on the list. I don't know what he would have done if he would have crossed off everybody. Go find someone else to kill, I guess. But I mean, that'd be such a good way to get away with murder. Just shrink, kill somebody, and then be like, wow, did you see that guy just fell? Dang, he must have had a heart attack or something. Yeah, he could have shrinking them, mess up their heart, and probably blame it on a heart attack. Which is pretty much what happened to Hulk, except he made him bigger on the inside and blew up. But anyways.
Well, Hank threw something to make his heart big.
Yeah, made everything big, so. And then he turned into a giant pillow. And then he was nothing. But anyways, big fight between Nick Fury and Hank, or Aunt Jackie.
Just call me
Hank, yes, and big surprise, Nick Fury just goes psh, psh. He knew exactly where he was, and yeah, he 100% accurate with his punches, and man, we didn't need the Avengers, we had Nick Fury. Then, big twist, it's not Nick Fury, it is Loki. He used all this crazy God of Mischief magic on him.
He made too many Nick Furies.
Made so many Nick Furies. And made him big at one point, and so it's like, yeah, it's not only me that can play the size game here, or not only you that can play it. And then, yeah, Hank's pretty much powerless. I mean, for a guy that took down the Avengers really easily, he gets really, really whooped. He didn't have a chance at all. Loki was just so powerful. I'm not even sure how the Avengers beat Loki in the first place, but yet I think Loki was prepared for this fight, whereas the other Avengers really didn't know he was there.
And Hulk just threw him.
Yeah. So yeah, I wish Loki was that powerful in the series Loki, because in that world he really wasn't good.
Well, and he was in love with Sylvie. So.
Yeah, love made his powers not so good. So then. The day is saved. We lost a whole bunch of heroes. The day is saved. But then Loki's like, I'm going to stay here in Midgard for a while, which is what he calls Earth. And goes into the White House and declares that he's now the ruler of the Earth. Didn't beat nobody but a little bug.
An old man.
An old man bug named Aunt Jackie. And yeah, he's pretty much taken over, whereas Nick Fury is like, I guess he doesn't care at this point. He's like, okay, we owe it to you and become God of Earth. But then he discovers Captain America in the ice, because for some reason they didn't find him in this world.
But he's probably glad that they didn't. They didn't. because he'd been dead.
Yeah. Keep it nice for a little bit more until you kill that guy. So now we got the captains and Captain America and Marvel. Are we going to continue this where they end up fighting Loki? And maybe find some other Avengers like Spider-Man along the way. Yeah, interesting choice of what if. Just pretty much, what if everyone died? Well, they died.
And Loki's the ruler.
So get rid of the Avengers, Loki takes over. And also when Thanos comes over, he's going to pretty much win. I mean, Hank almost did exactly what Thanos did. Just Hank was going to do it the hard way, one by one, whereas Thanos did it in one snap. So anyways, interesting episode. I wouldn't say it was my favorite one. I think the Guardians of the Galaxy one was a little better, but still interesting episode. So if you were to rank them,
I don't know where I'd put them. Actually,
I think the Guardians one was so far was the best. Pretty interesting concept.
Yeah, I'd probably put that one up first.
And then I would put this one, and then I'd put Captain Carter last, just because I think that one went way too fast. This one went fast, but that one went way too fast.
Well, I would put Captain Marvel above this one because this one's sad that everyone just died.
This one's kind of sad. I don't know. Or maybe kind of tied in my book, to be honest. But yeah, interesting episode.
Hopefully zombies next.
I'm once again asking for zombies. Maybe this heads into the zombies. We're like, hey, we can still use our bodies. Zombies! I don't know. I'm hoping we get to see some continuations, like maybe 5 episodes of like the new different twist on them, and then the 5 continuations. Something like that maybe. Or maybe we'll see these characters return again in the final episode or final movie versus Kang. Maybe, like in Endgame, how all the heroes came back. Maybe we'll have one of those moments where all the people in the multiverse joins together. All the Nick Furies and all the Spider-Mans, they all come to beat Kang. I mean, that's going to be an interesting concept. So looking forward to next week, which is hopefully zombies. If not, I will turn into Yellow Jacket, and I don't know, I'll find some real life Avengers to beat up.
Or are you gonna actually go to the actors and actresses?
I didn't do nothing. No, you did. You delayed zombies one more week. Yeah, I'm enjoying this What If series more than I originally anticipated.
Yeah, he wanted to not watch this.
It was like, I was like, did we just skip this because it's a cartoon? But the animation is really good. So that was our recap of What If Episode 3. And we'll ask the question, what if? What if you subscribed? Hit that subscribe button below if you'll see more reviews of all things Marvel. And we'll see you next week.